On to the Israel-Hamas conflict now. Prospects for a Gaza truce plan outlined by US President Joe Biden appear slim as fighting rages on. Meanwhile, massive protests are going on in Jerusalem and New York for release of Israeli hostages held in Hamas's captivity for almost 8 months now. Both the parties claim that their approach towards the truce proposal is positive, but there seems little progress in the situation on the ground.
3 days have passed since US President Joe Biden outlined a plan for a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal in his White House address on Friday. But even today, heavy fighting is raging between Israel and Hamas. On Sunday, the US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken held separate phone calls about the proposal with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and Benny Gantz, a centrist minister. Blinken commended Israel's readiness to conclude a deal and underscored that the proposal would advance Israel's long-term security interests. Blinken's phone calls came as an aide to Netanyahu confirmed that Israel had accepted Biden's framework deal for winding down the Gaza war, though he described it as flawed and in need of much more work. His comments came during an interview. Meanwhile, families of hostages held in Gaza protested outside Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office in Jerusalem, urging him to accept the deal.
I'm here to support my government in taking this deal, the deal that Netanyahu suggested, our Prime Minister, that will get all our people back home. We are all here in support for the return of all hostages.
On the other hand, thousands of people marched through the streets of Manhattan to celebrate Israel Day and to demand the release of hostages taken from Israel by Hamas in the October 7 attack. The event drew high-ranking politicians, including Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and New York Governor Kathy Hochul.
We will not relent. We will not back down. We must bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home now.
We stand together today to support Israel, to support the hostage families, and of course, Jewish people all over America are united. Thank you very much. Let's begin the march.
Hamas has said that it considers Israeli roadmap for truce positively. However, there appears to be little change in the position on the ground. So far, Biden has hailed a number of ceasefire proposals over the past several months, each with similar frameworks. But all of them have collapsed. Whether the new proposal would create a new milestone or would meet the same fate is to be seen in the days to come. Bureau Report, DD India.